Hey friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this Project Life video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for being here. It's Memory Planning Monday, and I am documenting week 8 in my Project Life album and showing you some of the goodies I might possibly be using to embellish this week's memories. So I had quite a time trying to piece these pockets together because I only had a couple of cards left from the February Stories by the Month kit to put this all together. And so I ended up going through pretty much almost every pocket card I have in my stash, which are mostly Studio Calico or Ali Edwards. But there was also this little tiny mini kit of cards that I had from A Beautiful Mess that was like a major clearance sale from Studio Calico at one point. And I really wanted to use the hot pink as like the color scheme for this week, so that is what I went with. It was all inspired by the O2 vellum card that I'm working on right now. This is just going to act as my title card because this particular page protector is set up of, or it's comprised of like 3 rows and 3 columns, so there are 9 3x4 slots. So I knew that I was going to use this 2 as the title, and then on the left side I'm just going to document this picture of Nora taking a selfie with Smokey, who is doing what we call FaceTime on her. There are like a million photos I ended up taking of Smokey and Nora this past week. It was our winter break and we were still recovering from COVID. In fact, that is why I still sound like this. And yesterday, I ended up starting to have a runny nose that has constantly been draining, maybe TMI, but over 24 hours worth, so that normally I'm supposed to be at work today, but I ended up having to stay home for the simple fact that it's one of those like walk around with a tissue shoved up your nose type thing. And I was like, that's not going to work for chasing children around all day. So unfortunately, I'm home again, even though today is the first day back to school after break. But anyways, it was a much slower pace this week because of that. And so tons of cat photos is basically what happened. So I ended up pulling out these thickers. I keep referencing this, like you saw the puffy word phrases that are all in that bright pink color. They're really for a summer documenting project, but I thought I might use some. I end up not using them, spoiler alert. I only end up using the stickers that are from this like old Amy Tangerine thickers pack. So anyways, on each of these photos, I'm just going to keep it really simple. I punched out a heart from the Vellum XOXO 4x6 pocket card that I've had in my stash since last year. And I'm going to use some items from the Hello story kit. And then the black word phrase stickers are from last year's XOXO collection. And yeah, just lots of mixed embellishments and things that I'm going to use that are from last year or from previous years to make it all work. And really, I was just going through my stash looking for pink and black. The middle row is what I'm working on right now. And I trimmed down this tag I had from Ali Edwards. I covered up where it said girls and just put the big high chipboard piece there. So I've got 2 tags flanking the middle photo, which I took of Nora on Tuesday afternoon. We finally ventured out of the house because she really needed some new shoes. So we joke that we're broke now because we had to get her some, well, we didn't have to, but she really wanted these Air Jordans and, you know, they're not cheap. So we got her some new sneakers. And while I was at the mall with her, I got her boba and we made a couple of other pit stops. And she, of course, had to go see the new Bath and Body Works Disney Princess collab. So that's that photo. And then the journaling on that tag I do off camera as always, but I'll read it to you. I used my Zig Clean Color Dot marker to add some bullet points just to list out a couple of sentences from the beginning of the week, which is basically what I already talked about. Getting out of the house, getting her some new sneakers, and Matt basically had been staying home from work up until Wednesday or Thursday because he had COVID. And he actually got it, I think, worse than me for a couple days because he had a fever and I never got a fever. And then also how Nora and I picked up dinner for the two of us on one of those days. So the last row on the left side of this spread is a picture of Nora. Again, I took her out to look for kitty items, and I'll talk about that in a bit more in a minute. But here I created a grid of photos and a flip up because, like I said, tons of cat pictures. So this cute little picture of Smokey at the bottom of her three-tiered rolling cart I thought was so cute. And then him laying on Nora. Then underneath the top photo is a picture of him snuggling her again, and then him in the new cat bed that Nora bought. So I had mentioned before we're ready for a kitten, and we are just now waiting on the kitten. But Nora, I took her to the store, and she picked out, which is that photo on the left, she picked out a new cat bed and a food and water dish and a collar and some toys, and she paid for those things with her own money, which we're very proud of her for doing because she's the one who really, really wants this second kitten. And I journaled on the underside of the flip there about basically how Smokey's been getting very cozy with her, which is ironic because, you know, she's getting a kitten for herself because Smokey never really bonded with her. And now all of a sudden it's almost like he knows. We're like, he knows he's being replaced. I mean, not really, but just the fact that he'll like lay on her like that and do FaceTime is just so precious. And she does have to coax him a little bit, like, come on, come on, come on. And if I'm not available, she will, or he will lay on her like that, which is just the cutest. So and I'm sure you've seen the way I'm like embellishing all these little cards is either I'm adding like a chipboard heart or an asterisk or a vellum punched out heart or using those thickers that I have from American Crafts. And then that's going to do it for the left. So here it is in real time, just so you can see it all close up. And then I'm going to move on to the right. So I have these two photos of Nora. Finally, she got to have a friend over Thursday night. So her friend Fiona came over and stayed until Friday evening. And on Friday, I took them to sled at my neighbor's house. Or not my neighbor. Well, she's not really my neighbor, but she's like one of my best friends. So I was able to take them to sled. She lives on a really big property. It has these perfect hills. And I just think these pictures are adorable of Nora and Fiona. So I just kept it very simple. On top of the heart vellum, I added Enjoy the Now from the from the Thickers package, and then embellished the picture of Nora and Fiona in the sled together. It just says friends and say hello. And then I journaled a tiny bit on the picture of Nora by herself that just says how Fiona slept over and I took them sledding. And I put the You Are Amazing thicker and stamped the date. Of course, you know, I have to sprinkle in a little sticker here or there just to add a pop of pink or black. And then the middle row, I have this big 4x6 picture of Nora asleep on the couch and Smokey asleep next to her, which is so freaking cute. And I had this, I think it's from the Unexpected or Surprise, something like that, story kit. And it was just this pink little 2x2 square that has an openable. And I just journaled in there that in the evening on Saturday or afternoon, I was looking for my iPad, which I knew Nora had. So I was like, Nora, I need my iPad. And I kept yelling and she didn't respond. So then like a few minutes later, I walked out to look for her and she was asleep on the couch and she was using my iPad to put white noise on. My husband was at the grocery store. So it was just so sweet. I love that I captured that little tiny quiet moment. And so I wanted to journal about that. And then also to the left is a flip up. It's a selfie, and not a very good one, which is why I covered it up with the vellum quote from Ali Edwards. It's a Dave Matthews quote. And I'm obsessed with Dave Matthews, so I was like waiting for, you know, a good opportunity to use this. And my husband and I maybe get a date like once every 6 months if we're lucky. So we ended up Saturday night, Nora went to a birthday party, and so my husband and I got dinner while she was at the party. And so I just created a flip up there and I journaled on the triangular die cut piece that says I will remember this. And then on the front of the vellum, I just added a little tab and the hooray thicker. And then the last row is just the picture of Nora and Tessa, the birthday girl, together. And I put the little like sprinkled cupcake And then I didn't quite know how to use this 4x6 card because of all of the stripes on the bottom left, but I just ended up stamping story and putting a few embellishments and then using my dot marker again to journal about Saturday just being a really chill day. Her friend Kenzie was supposed to come over but ended up not. And then how we went to dinner and Nora went to a birthday. And then Sunday, it was chill. We had like our monthly potluck after church, which was really good because we hadn't seen each other for like over 2 weeks since we were all snowed in those last two Sundays. And then how I ended up taking a nap in Nora's bed. Her friend Abby did come over for a very short play date late on Sunday night, but I didn't get any photos or anything, so I just journaled about that on the card as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for this week 8 in my Project Life album. I love that I have a simple formula and that it doesn't take me ages and ages now. I feel like I've really got it down to a good rhythm where it's working for me, and I'm not spending, you know, crazy amount of time trying to put these together. It's just right. It's like the Goldilocks of scrapbook projects for me. I love having this ongoing project and the ability to use my stash, and I just enjoy sharing my memories with you. You guys are the absolute best, and especially for putting up with my stuffy nose and raspy voice. I should mention that the stamp set is, I'm not sure if it's available anymore from Ali Edwards. It's an older stamp set. It's kind of like I don't know, like a story stamp because it has lots of prompts for like generic journaling and storytelling. I was just trying to take up some space on top of that striped diagonal without distracting too much. I don't know. I'm not sure that I achieved what I was going for, but I'm just going to leave it and it is what it is, type thing. So here is the finished right side of the spread in real time. It's been really fun putting these memories together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video if you did and subscribe if you're not. Make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss my content, and I will see you back here next week. Thank you, friends. Take care. Remember, you are enough. Bye.